Hello students, today we'll be starting the next topic of chapter number 3, that is symbols of different atoms. So first letter is always written in uppercase, that is the capital, and the other is in lowercase, that is small. So when you are writing the chemical symbols, you have to take care of two things, that you have to write the first letter in uppercase and the second letter in lowercase. Generally the symbols are of one alphabet, single alphabet, or it is of two alphabets, that is first and second. So if the symbol is comprising of only one alphabet, then it should be written in capitals, that is uppercase. But if the symbol is having two alphabets, then the first one is written in uppercase capitals and the second one in lowercase. So here you can see the examples of aluminium. It is written as capital A small l, not both capitals or both small. Magnesium is written as Mg, M capital, G small, not both capitals or small. Then Mn is written as capital M, small n. Cobalt symbol is written as Co, that is capital C, small o. Whereas capital C and capital O, when it is written, it becomes carbon monoxide. So if you have to write the symbol of carbon monoxide, then it is capital C, capital O, because it is a compound, not the element. So all the elements, if we have to write the symbol, we have to take care of these things. Next, if we talk about that from where the symbols have been derived, then it is by the English name of that element, or it may be some Greek name from Greek language, or it can be any other language, Latin language like word, which is used as the symbol, because there are many elements which are having English alphabet same. That means the starting alphabets of English word same. For example, copper, carbon, cobalt, all are having letter C as the first letter. Manganese, magnesium, molybdenum, all are having M as the first letter. So we'll be getting confused. So we have to take some other words from some other languages so that we can make the symbol different. So each element is having a unique symbol. Just by seeing the symbol, you can take out the name. That means you will be able to find out the name of the element of which the symbol has been used. So here you can see that copper word came from Cyprus, gold came from yellow color. So the symbol of copper is Cu, whereas gold is having the symbol Au, that is derived from aurum, word aurum. Then Fe is derived from ferrum, that is Latin name. Na is derived from natrium, that is also Latin name. K is derived from kalium, that is of potassium, so it is also Latin name. So these symbols you can just study in table 3.1 in your book, which is given, and you can just go through the periodic table also to study the different symbols of different elements. Now coming to the next one, topic is atomic mass. In 1961, carbon 12 isotope was universally accepted as a reference for measuring atomic mass. So basically atomic mass is the mass of the atom, and atomic mass is equals to, it has been taken equal to 1/12 of carbon 12 isotope, that is atom. So if we are taking carbon as the atom and its mass is 12, So 1/12 of that carbon 12 will be equal to 1. So that is taken as the standard atomic mass. With respect to that mass, we will take the mass of other elements and we will give the atomic mass. So the definition will be 1 atomic mass unit is a mass unit equal to exactly 1/12 the mass of one atom of carbon 12. It was abbreviated as AMU before, but now it is taken as U, that is unified mass. So this is the definition of atomic mass. But if we are talking about the mass number of a particular element, then the mass number is the total number of protons plus neutrons. That means if we want to calculate the atomic number and the mass number, then atomic number is the number of protons, whereas mass number is the sum of protons and neutrons. That will always come in whole numbers, not in fractions or decimals. But if we talk about atomic mass, then it is relative mass. Relative means with respect to something. So it is the mass of 1/12 mass of carbon 12 atom, and with respect to that we are calculating masses of other elements. So this can be in points. That means this can come in decimals. So atomic mass is calculated accurately in decimals, but the mass number will always be whole number, not in fractions or decimals. This is the difference between atomic mass and mass number. Now let's discuss about molecule. It is a group of two or more atoms that are chemically bonded together. It can be said that it is the smallest particle of any element or a compound that is capable of independent existence. That means if we talk about any element or compound, the smallest particle we consider atom. But sometimes one single atom is not having independent existence. That means for example, if we take hydrogen gas, or if we take the example of nitrogen gas, then what happens that hydrogen atom or nitrogen atom, they cannot exist in monoatomic form. That means as single atom they cannot exist. So they always form a molecule, that is H2, N2, O2, like that they form a molecule with another atom to become stable. So as a result we can conclude that some of the elements do not have monoatomic forms. That means they cannot exist in single atom form. So they make bond with the other atom and they form a molecule, so that they become stable and they can exist. So we have taken the definition of molecule, that when two or more atoms they combine chemically with each other and they are capable of independent existence, then that is a molecule.